Okay, guys, it's so good to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we are super, super excited because, as you can see, we have a special guest tonight. And it's such an honor to have Jill Pearson share with us tonight. She is just an incredible LifeVantage leader. She and her husband Gabe have been involved with LifeVantage for 15 years. So, man, that must be the very, very beginning, Jill.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's, we have seen you on the stage so many times and you have shared so much wisdom with us. So we are thrilled to have you here to see your beautiful face and your beautiful smile. And it was so good to see you in Nashville and be able to give you a hug recently. But I'll never forget the time when we really kind of connected in New York at a premier school. And that was a lot of fun. And Gabe and Jill did some great training up there at that premier school that just was, it's a great memory for me. So, like I said, she's been involved with LifeVantage for 15 years and she has achieved over 50 million in sales. Wow, that is incredible, Jill. And her passion and purpose today is to connect and make an impact. I don't know how many of you have seen her Facebook group that she and Gabe have, Connect and Make an Impact Today. Did I get that right, Jill?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's a great resource, and her husband Gabe has just kind of restarted doing his Monday night LifeVantage presentations, and that I believe is at 7 p.m. Eastern. Is that right, Jill?
Yes, you guys are always welcome to get on that. And I'll make sure you have that link and you just keep it reoccurring. He's been sharpening the saw. He just walked out of the room now. We just traded places. So
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, he does a great presentation, so that's something that we
Yes.
can have as a resource. And then Jill's also doing training. I believe that's on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Now I've been running it at 10 a.m.
Oh,
No,
10.
10 a.m., but I record it and I edit it a little bit. And I've been trying to get it to a shorter format. I think our attention span, so I'm shifting and adjusting like we all are to
Okay.
make it, kind of get some tips and get you guys to watch and learn about the basic principles of how to build $1 million business. So that's my goal on that training.
That is incredible. What an opportunity for all of us. It's so generous of you to just open it up to everyone.
Of
So,
course, that's what the advantage is about.
yeah.
That's what it's about.
Well, tonight we're really excited because she is really going to unwrap for us how to earn the cruise.
Yay.
So with that, Jill, I'm just going to turn the time over to you and have you share, and then we'll take a little time for Q&A after you go through your PowerPoint.
Yes. And, I just want each and every one of you to realize the leadership you have here. Julie and I, we've worked together. It's got to be almost 10 years do you think it's been 10 years?
Yeah.
And we just instantly connected at that premier school, that training up in New York. And I always feel like a kindred spirit, right? That, you lock arms and you always know we're there for each other, right? So when she asked me to jump on this call, absolutely. And also keep in mind, I do this too. I set myself a deadline. Like this is the first time I've presented on this cruise. So that's how I sharpen my saw, as I set a deadline. So that's a tip for you, setting a deadline. All right. But I also want you to think about, how many of you, some of you have maybe been with LifeVantage, maybe brand new, maybe you've been with LifeVantage a long time, and if you've been with LifeVantage for a while, you may be like, where do I begin? Where do I start? I feel overwhelmed. There's this promotion, that promotion, this meeting, that meeting. Which one do I plug into, right? If you're brand new, you may even feel the same way. Like when I first started this business, I didn't have any sales experience. I was kind of beat up from the economy, and I didn't know where to start. And so those basic principles of network marketing is where I started, and I kind of visualize like a baseball diamond, like the database. And this is important for the cruise, what I'm about to tell you. So draw maybe a little baseball diamond. I'll do super high level, because these basic principles are what are going to get you on the cruise. They just happen to give us this amazing trip just for building our business, right? For building our own wellness company. I mean, who does that? Who gives us these incredible trips? So if we draw a baseball diamond, or if you're from Australia, you probably do a softball diamond, maybe. I think that's what the translation on that. But you got like a dugout, right? What goes in the dugout? You guys can speak out, and we've got players, right?
The players.
Prospects, right? And then I'm going to do it super high level. So just right quickly, is the home plate is where we connect, is when we invite. And this is that gateway skill, right? Sharing. That's where most of us just stop and fear, right? And then the first base is sharing that tool, right? Brandon Cunningham, my peer, he calls it ITT. So that home plate is that invite, but I like to say connection. That's when we build the relationship, and we ask if they're open to hearing information. So I'm teaching you how to invite, right? We're edifying that person. Why do we want them in our business? And this is really critical for this cruise, because this is the activity we have to do, right? That first base is the tool. The second base is the team. We introduce them to the group, right? So their vision starts to expand. And this is way bigger than my best friend from high school. That's what we're saying. And then the third base is, hey, what else do you need to hear to make a decision? And then we help people get started. We're always listening, you guys, as if we were going to teach this information. So I encourage you, I invite you to listen to this information as if you were going to teach it tomorrow to your teams, right? Or to your buddy. That's the active listening we all need to be on. We're teaching other teachers. We're teaching you to be a teacher as well when I speak, okay? So those are kind of some tips. I could go on 100 different tangents tonight. I got to keep straight. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Now, listen, this is the first time I presented this. I'm really excited. I've been digging deep for about a week on this. So there may be some slides out of place, but what I'm going to do is pause in between. You can ask some questions in between each of my sections, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I actually had the location down. I had to just take it off right before I got on. Probably most of you know anyway. So, all right.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not good. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. It's exciting though. I mean, just anything's a blessing, right? And just I just want you to be thinking about when you're going over this trip, and it's how I lead teams today, is that whose life are we going to change, right? And again, this is an incredible vehicle, LifeVantage. You have your own business. It's a solid business model, right? And you just get to earn a trip. And that's what I'm sharing today. So I want you to go ahead and mark your calendars. Our qualification period already started. And it's through March 31st, 2025. So everyone on this phone call, if you have a clear vision of why you're doing this, your why, and you have purpose and you're focused and you map this out, this is completely doable for each and every one of you on this call, okay? And I know, Julie, if you have any barriers in terms of belief in yourself, belief in this, get with Julie and we can work through those challenges. That's the growth and development part where you have to break through. You will only grow as much as you are. So if you're capped out at a, SC3, SC1, we've got to work on some other skill sets and some growth and development to move to those other ranks. Trip dates, there's nothing wrong with this opportunity, I assure you. Trip dates, please mark your calendar, August 9th through the 16th. All right, you're like, it's a long way away, Jill, but just, I want you to focus on the activity. Focus on the activity, one step at a time, one prospect at a time. How do I qualify? So I'm breaking this down. Stay with me, okay? And write down questions for each section, and then we can talk about it. How do I qualify? We need to earn 300 points minimum. If you want to earn more points, they pay for additional flights into where we're going, into the hub on the cruise, okay? So my goal is to earn like 400 or 500 points, okay? Maintain a paid rank of SC1 or above. So I thought we had to be SC1 right out of the gates. This, you have to be a SC1 by the time that qualification period is over. So when is the qualification period over? March 31st, you have to be an SC1. And if you do the activity, you'll be way past that, okay? Do not drop more than one paid rank below your baseline rank. And you're like, Jill, what's my baseline rank? All right, I want you to write this down. I think I have a slide on it, but I'm not sure. Is December 2023 through June 2024, just a couple weeks ago, your highest paid rank. If you don't know, call customer service, okay? Have them, they were my best friends when I first started with LifeVantage. I called them every day. My upline, I've met her one time in my entire life. Okay, if she walked into our room, wouldn't know her. All right, this is your business. Take ownership. Earn at least 3 enrollment tracks as defined in Rise Era, and I'm going to go over that in just a minute because that's super confusing to me. And earn at least 3 retained tracks, super confusing to me, so I'm going to explain that. And have an active subscription. And you may have this Rise Era thing down, but it took me like, I was so glad they extended it because and embedded it into this cruise qualification because it actually took me some time to just get it, right? Do you guys feel like that? Or is that just me? I'm the slow girl. You're like, no, yes. All right. Okay, have an active subscription. So I'm going to go over all these with you right now. You can take screenshots of these too, and I can send the slideshow over. So either way, whatever you guys want to do, because a lot of these details are on here, the nuances that I've had to ask customer service. I called them all day today. I told Julie, how do I earn points? Okay, these are how you earn points. The other thing were how we qualify, right? You got to have 300 points. You got to maintain a paid rank, right? This is how you earn points by rank advancing, helping your team rank advance. And I want you to always think if you have a new consultant that, and I know you've heard this, their goals become your goals. This is not about you. This is about them. And I had a mentoring session today. You got to move out of the way of fear for them. You do things for them. It's the ultimate in servant leadership, right? Mentor someone who rank advance, right? I just went over that. You'll get points and you earn Rise Era tracks. So I have to explain what the Rise Era tracks are so you understand them. It's a critical piece of this. So if you haven't gotten those nuances over the last 6 months, I'm going to go over them with you, okay? You guys all know, or but hopefully they're mapped out pretty well on the slideshow. So we're going to go over earn Rise Era tracks first, okay? Well, let me shut the door. Okay, so what does the era mean, right? Enroll, retain, and advance. At first I was like, what does that mean, right? Do you guys feel like that? You guys are like quiet. All right. All right, so enroll, retain, advance. All right, so the enroll section. This is super important. So this is, we need to earn tracks. So if we were just doing tracks, like my son earned a track, he signed up a business pack and he got a Lululemon gift certificate for $250 or $200. Okay. So that's how you earn it. You sell 750 of sales volume to new personally enrolled customers and consultants. But 150 or the sales volume, personal volume, has to come from a consultant. So I just can't do all customers. To earn the track, I have to sign up a consultant. A business pack is 850 in sales volume. So my goal is to sell business packs. And I'm gonna go off on a tangent because this is important, but it's a whole nother training, is when we went to the top of the company, our organization, I would say 99.9% only did business packs. I need you to think about this, and it's really critical. And I'm going off on a tangent, I'm sorry, but it's really critical. Think about a business. If you're selling, if you don't have any sales coming in, like dollars coming into your store, let's say it's a tire store, and you don't sell, you might just sell the hubcaps, right? The hubcaps for the tires. Are you going to have your doors open very long? Are you going to bring in lots of revenue with the hubcaps? No, right? They're like $10 maybe each. They have to sell tires and volumes of tires. And I think we forget this is a business. We're opening our doors for business. And I'll just tell you, we went to the top of the company selling the biggest pack. And that's a whole nother training we can do later. But you got the concept. So this is my illustration. We've got a check mark right there. 850 sales volume. You got revenue pumping into your business. You earned a track. You covered that. You earn a Rise Air track. And then guess what? If you do 3 of those, you've earned one of your qualifications, right? So tomorrow we're enrolling a bit. I said, Gabriel, it's this guy, I think his name's Rob. We're enrolling tomorrow. He met out surfing. I said, is he getting a business pack? He goes, absolutely, he's getting a business pack. If he doesn't get a business pack, he's not getting started. I'm going to wait for him to save his money till he gets enough to start on the business pack. He's opening up a tire store, right? He needs some tires. All right. So what I did, can you guys see that? Are you guys blocking? Oh. So what I did is 3, check, check, check. That takes care of your cruise qualification. Does that make sense? That's one of the qualifiers. All right. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? I'm going to go ahead and break for a second.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
So it's saying here that, okay, what I'm wondering is for customers, do they have to have 100 in sales volume per customer?
That's a great question. I'm actually going to go
Yes.
over, can you write that down? I don't have any paper. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that's a yes, Julie.
Yeah, I would say, okay, I am actually going to go over the subscription piece, because you have to have remember the qualification, you have to have a subscription in place. And so we want everyone to have a subscription in place who's trying to qualify for this, correct?
Correct.
And what is a subscription? I actually ask customer service. So for me, I'm trying to earn the cruise. or Julie, you're trying to earn the cruise, right?
Right.
You need to have a subscription in place. Well, we know today you can fulfill that with customers, correct? That qualification, 300 total, right?
Right.
So, but for this cruise, if you notice on the qualification, you have to have a subscription. So I called them up. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question. But you can get just a lotion. Okay, you can just order a lotion or a collar, whatever. It can be whatever. It can be the lowest, but to earn the trip, you have to have a subscription.
Okay.
Now,
That
I
a sub- I'm, s-
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, is that a subscription that runs every month? That it has
Subscription
to
is a
run all 9
subscription.
months?
Yes.
Okay.
So that has to be a check. I actually have a slide on that. And I'll go over that even in addition. But you asked, if Julie, you're asking me if the person getting started has to have a subscription.
No,
Is that correct?
uh, no, I was wondering if,
Personally?
when you enroll a customer, you're trying to earn this Rise Air track, and so you enroll a customer. And to qualify, does the customer, my understanding was that the customer has to have an order of 100, at least 100 PV.
Okay. Is that fact for sure? I can text leadership right now when customer.
I'm not, yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not sure
positive,
because it
that's
says
why I was
here, it just
asking.
says to sell 750 total
Yeah, so
to
I'm not sure.
personally enrolled customers. Yeah.
I would like that clarified because I'm
Okay.
not
Yeah.
positive. Then the other question I have is, okay, you need to have one consultant, and yes, I totally agree with you that that business pack is just like the goal. It's awesome.
Right.
But it says here at least 150 PV must be a new consultant. So does that have to be a package, or can that be somebody buying a start kit and products?
No, it has to be a pack. I've actually verified that.
Okay,
I looked at, there's like 6 different packs now, and they're all around 200 PV, so they cover that qualification. No starter packs.
all right, okay. So that answers that, so.
And as the leadership, you guys are all leaders, you're on this call. I mean, I've never seen in my 15 years an organization grow on starter packs. In fact, my son has no volume running through his organization. You can buy product, but you're instilling the wrong behavior. So that's you do what you want on this, but that's how we got to the top of the company. So
Right.
you go get in when you fit in, but many times we save your money till you get enough to at least get that minimum pack, that 350 or
Right,
they're all ranging between, I think they're all about 300 and up.
right, okay. Thank you, great advice.
Okay. And where that comes from is your posturing and belief. Many times we go low because we have self-limiting beliefs, about abundance. We're carrying over our own baggage about money very
Right.
often. And if we explain the business model, so in fact, I just talked to one of my leaders about this. This is really critical for all our businesses because people aren't growing. It's simply because there's no revenue flowing. All
Right,
right, I could go on all night on that one. Okay, so again, this is another piece of the Rise era tracks that is embedded into our qualification. This, hold on, let me see if she texts me back. Oh, she closed. They closed it. Sorry. Retain increase. Okay. There's some nuances to this, but retain, increase your subscription sales by 500 SC sales volume from your personally enrolled customers and consultants. So every month you have a baseline and you have to increase it from that 500. Okay, I'm going to go through some examples. So hold on a second. So for example, if my baseline was 500, like I'm coming out of the gates, I'm a brand new distributor, well, and I have, like, let's say we all have 500 in the bank right now. And in July, to earn a retained track, we need to add 500 in new volume. Now that can come from what?
Comes from your personally enrolled customers and from your consultants.
Perfect. Perfect. So if you do that in July, let's say we all had 500 right now from last month as a baseline. See, I have baseline right there. That's an important word. Write that down, that baseline.
Mhm.
This is important for this trip, that you're going to need to know that baseline number. I'm going to tell you how to get it. So total for July, and then so you need to increase it by 500. So X amount of customers. So whatever that looks like for you, but map it out. What July, how are you going to make that happen? You retain one retained track for July. You earn one retained track for July. Check, right? How many do you need for the qualification? 3, perfect.
Right,
3
yeah.
for the cruise. For August, we got to increase it by 500 more, right?
Right.
So then that takes it up to 1,500 total. Then we earn another retained track, right? Check.
Mhm.
September the same, 500 more. So do you see how if we got 3 business packs and worked on this retained piece right out of the gates, really focused, we have 2 of the major qualifications checked off, correct?
Correct.
Okay, how to earn, so I'm just getting you to revisit the qualifications again. So basically I'm teaching you how to earn at least 3 retained tracks, correct?
Right.
And so how do I find my retention baseline? Well, I didn't mean to put 4. I got to clean that up. Your baseline will be calculated as your average sales volume from October. That seems wrong, but that's, I think I pulled that off the qualification to December 2023, but I'm going to show you where to find it. Okay. If that statement's wrong. So how do I find my baseline? So this is super important. You go ahead and log into your back office. How do I find my retain ERA baseline? You log into your back office. So this is mine, Gabe and Jill. You go down, slide your cursor down. If you don't know how to log in, call the support line. They're generally amazing. And if they're not, call your upline and your next executive upline, and they'll help you. We have VIP line we talk to all the time. And you go to incentive trackers. Okay. Then you tap on Rise. There's that word again, Rise ERA. And then right down at the bottom is your baseline subscription sales volume. So you can see mine's low. I'm not a big customer gatherer. All right. I'm too much in management mode, right? I got to start enrolling, right? To earn my trip. All right. So what I did is I expanded this visual. I opened it up. Baseline subscription, mine's 2205. Do you see that? So next month or this month, I need to go up to like 2,700, correct?
2705, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I didn't calculate that because I gave you an example with the 500 prior. I'm just showing you where to find your baseline. So tonight, this is action for you. Tonight or tomorrow morning, you're going to follow this slideshow or your notes and go find your baseline and track this, because we can knock this out in 3 months, you guys.
Can you do it in 1 month? If you went up 1,500?
Yeah, that's a great question.
1,500 from the
I
baseline?
think that's a great question.
I
I would
don't
think
think
so.
think so because you have to get it 3 different months.
Yes, agreed.
Can
So
you,
they don't have to be
you would be
consecutive.
able, but you would be able to earn 3 tracks in 1 month. You know how people earn many
that's
tracks in 1
true.
month?
True.
Yeah. I would say yes. Can you earn more tracks?
And if we're doing it by the month, do they need to be consecutive or just any 3 months between July and March?
Yeah, that's correct. For example, if I sign up 3 business packs this month, which would be my goal, right? I would get 3 tracks this month.
And
And
that's
I'm done. Check. Check. You just want to get those checks done, right?
Yeah.
And
That's
you know, you
great.
guys,
That's great.
what we want you to do is just like if you earn all this like in the next 3 months, don't take your foot off the gas pedal. And I teach this all the time. I think I even said this to Christine this week. You know, it's like an airplane taking off. You know, what do? You know, when they gun it and you're like kind of leaning back, they're full throttle, right? And then they kind of go off the throttle when they get to like 10,000 feet or 20 or 30. You know, this is a business, is no different than any other. You have to create momentum. And then, you know, like when we got to Pro 10, we took a breath, right? But you still, even at Pro 10, we still enroll and, you know, and still enroll and coach and maintain our team. You can't walk away from a business. All right, that's my preaching.
Hey,
Very-
Jill, I have a quick question.
Okay.
If you did the 3 tracks for enrolling and each one's 850, would that then raise your baseline 2550? So that you'd have to increase it another 500 past that 2550?
That's correct, but you would have already earned those tracks though too. So it's kind of, I mean, like if you go back to my airplane analogy, until you hit your goal, whatever that is, you don't let the gas pedal off. And you know, does that make sense? So revisit why you're doing this. And we go back to like, why? Well, I want to earn 10,000 a month. Why?
Okay, I have a
It's gotta be your-
question.
Go ahead.
So if we're gonna raise it by 3 business packs, does that fit that extra 500 then?
I don't understand, Ruthann.
So we're supposed to raise it 500 more per month,
The retained piece, like I'm thinking, I thought of you today because you're already a diamond, right?
right?
So you have to go like
Right,
4,000.
but if we do the business packs and we increase by 850 and do them all in 1 month, does that give us the 1,500 extra
That should cover your retained piece because it's
as
customers
well,
and
as
distributors.
well as the qualification?
Yes. The thing is that in order to earn the, you know, like the next month, let's say you needed to earn another track. The deal is think of retention, you guys, right?
Yeah, but the 850, if you did 3 of them in 1 month, that would be your 3 tracks.
Well, 850, that's your enrollment tracks. It would also go towards your baseline, right?
It would do that?
It would go towards the baseline too. That's a great question. Let me ask about that. So 850 times 3 would go towards both, right?
I'm thinking it wouldn't.
Well, technically, because the retain is both customers and consultants. The baseline, if the baseline goes up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Jill, I have a quick question.
Okay. These are
So
great questions, guys.
let's say you get 3 of the business packs in your building, and then the next month you focus on those 3, helping them get qualified.
Mhm.
Helping those below you get qualified, does that count towards retaining?
It counts towards another piece I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Because we get, let me come back. Can you hold that question? Make
Yep.
sure I don't forget it because I want to stay in order. Because that's adding points with enrollments. And that's adding points with helping people rank advance, which I love that model. Because think of how many people we're helping, right? We're not doing as much enrollment. So we're earning points that way. If you go back to how we earn points, It's with mentoring, enrollments. You follow me? Mentoring, enrolling, and helping people rank advance. You earn points. So yes to that question. I'm not going to dive into all the nuances of that because this rise error is pretty complicated. Okay, Ruth Ann, the question I have for customer service is if you go and do 3 business pack, is that going to count towards my tracks for enrollment tracks and retention tracks, correct?
Right.
I would suspect they're, I'm not going to speculate. So I've got that question for customer
My
service.
guess is that those are your enrollment tracks, but then you're gonna have to do an extra 500 for retention.
Yeah, but you have 850 coming in. And so that should count towards your
I
retention.
hope so. That'd be good.
Yeah. So that's what it seems like. I'm sure there's a nuance in there, but I would speculate, yes, that counts towards some of that baseline. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So do you guys know where that baseline is now, right? So
Right.
that's your action tonight is to find your baseline. It's somewhere where you can grab onto and find that. All right, again, how to earn 300 points, maintain, okay? Earn 300 plus points, okay? So that's, oh, actually, we're right there, Christine, I'm sorry. So what I did is, some people don't know about the hub, okay? hub.lifevantage.com. If you're not familiar, it's one of my favorite places to go because stuff is everywhere now because we're so connected. There is, if you click on, if you hit on sales incentives, and then you go see the incentive trip and the Rise Era, everything I just went over with you on the Rise Era is under that tab. Does that make sense?
Nice.
So, all right. So the incentive trip, and this is Christine, kind of what we went over a little bit. This has all kinds of details. I didn't scroll up, but if you scroll up, it has all kinds of ways, like when you enroll someone, you get 10 points. When your personally enroll advances, you get X amount of points. And right now in July, we have double points for enrollments and rank advancements.
Gosh.
Double point?
I'm sorry. Enrollments for customers and distributors. Can you look that up, Julie? It's double points on enrollments. So and I was like, oh, I get 850 points plus 850 points. And she was like, no, you get 10 points. Instead of 10 points, you're getting 20 now for the enrollment. So that's another way to earn points. So think about when you're just doing the activity of enrolling and helping people to rank advance, you're earning points. Does that make sense? And I'm not going to go into the nuances. I want you to go to the incentive trip and look at all the different ways you can earn points, okay? Does that make sense? Because it's too long and complicated. You can also go, the customer service line today, go to your replicated site or lifevantage.com. Go down to the bottom, and I love this down here. If you look right here under sales incentive, look at that, incentive trip 2025. Click that. That also gives you the details. It's kind of wherever you prefer going. It's kind of really just personal preference, okay? I do use that resource thing a lot because under that tab there's product sheets that have the sales volume. You know, like a bottle Protanum has 40 points.
Right.
Or, you know,
It's like the price list.
Yeah, it's a price list with this. There's two actually. One has a sales list, like an order form without your the points on it, and one with the points. Okay. Great resource.
Is this in the hub?
Okay, so you either go to the hub or you go to lifevantage.com or your replicated site. See at the very top?
Yes,
That's
thank you.
just personal preference, like I said, and this is at the very bottom. You know how you go to the bottom, it's like a navigation area.
Yep.
All right, this is how to earn the trip. Okay, this is a nuance. Remember, do not drop more than one rank. Starting now, do not drop if you're so if you're like, I don't know all the ranks memorized completely, but you get what I'm saying, right? Do not drop. So how do I determine what my rank is? Because I've been vacillating all over the place, right? Maybe you've gone up and down and all that. It's your highest paid rank between December 2023 and June 2024. So tonight, write that down. What's your highest paid rank? They're also going to put that on July 20th. They're going to make live for us a tracker just for this incentive trip. Okay. They don't have it live yet. They will also put your highest paid rank on. So this Saturday, you'll have it according to what they said to me today. Okay. So you know where to find your retained baseline, and you know where your highest paid rank. You have to have an active subscription, and I went over that.
Right.
Okay, it can be a hand cream. Even with the new comp plan, they don't require it, but for this incentive trip, they're requiring. So make sure you have a subscription in place this month, hand cream or above. Sample some of these amazing products. Like I love the True Renew. I mean, I work with Ruth Ann. She takes care of my skin and my whole body and makes sure I can actually talk on this webinar every day. She, you know, she says my skin looks amazing because of that True Renew. Okay, this is a nuance, you guys. Okay, pay attention. Because I was like really confused about the subscription thing, right? And we teach, make sure you have 300 in subscription, or from your own personal use, the 150 from your own personal use, if you're not aware of that, which I have like $500 worth of my own stuff, but and 150 from customers, right? Or everything's customers. This is a business building tip, and I would encourage you to teach your team this. If your subscription as a consultant is 150 sales volume or more, you earn the shareable coupon, discount codes. I still call them coupons. So you get one customer coupon and one consultant. The customer one expires after 7 days, and the consultant one expires after 30 days. For me, if I did not have it, if I just was ordering the hand cream, I would bump it up. I would get 2 discount codes, and they're a great tool. It's not anything massive, but it's able to say, hey, listen, you know, I just happen to have these great discount codes. Go ahead and get the business pack. We can get 10% off. This runs out. If your subscription ran on the 25th, your discount codes are good from the 25th to the 25th, or 7 days out from the 25th. Does that make sense? Because the customer is only available for 7 days. Right. So almost by the end of the month, it's gone. Follow me?
If you use this coupon, do you get the full sales volume? Like say on a business pack?
No. And I don't know how to thread I don't know how to explain that.
Okay.
Please call customer service.
Okay.
Our commissions are affected, but to me, we go to the bigger picture, right? You know, that is, if we mentor and coach and love on people where they are, you'll get way more out of that. But
I have a question.
okay.
That subscription that generates shareable codes, that starts in August, is that right? I thought that didn't start up until August.
That's a great question. Probably because they're probably announcing it on the 20th.
We've been having that.
Well, we've
Right?
had them, they've done
Yeah.
resets, Ruth Ann, but this is someone like you. I know you buy all these products, so every month you're gonna get a brand new discount codes, a set of coupon codes. I call them a set of coupon codes, because I know you're automatically ordering 150. And this is not just for the brand new consultants now. This is for us, for old consultants. Does that make sense?
So every consultant that orders 150 in sales volume on a personal order, they get the shareable coupons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Discount codes. It must be like a compliance thing. We must have to say discount codes. I keep getting corrected. So whatever. All right. So my point is business building, right? We're all building a business. We all have our goals. We're going to open the tire store with business packs. We're going to encourage and we're going to invite people to build with a 150 and, personal sales volume, because they get the discount. They get the coupon codes, right? Or the discount codes. I said it right the first time. The discount codes. So if everybody's beating to that same drum and they understand the principles behind it, and you believe in the principles to build our business, because if you have 100 people beating to this drum, your business will grow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Love it. How to earn 300 points. We're going to go to our detailed information on we're going to go to our detailed information on the hub or lifevantage.com to learn about the nuances of how we earn additional points. We're all going to have a paid as rank of SC1 before the end of the qualification period. None of us are going to drop ranks. We're going to earn at least 3 enrolled tracks. We're going to earn 3 retained tracks, and we're going to have an active subscription of 150 because we're going to lead by example. We're all leaders. And if you don't have the resources, if it's tight right now, let's get to work. We needed to eat, 15 years ago. I couldn't even buy groceries, okay? I needed to keep my kids in private school. I needed to pay a mortgage. There was a reason, okay? And we went to work. And the most beautiful part of this is not only did we change our lives, I need you to start thinking bigger, that we changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people around the world.
Amen.
We're servant leaders. This is way bigger than you guys. This is way bigger than superoxide dismutase. Stop trying to cure the sick people. We want to build businesses with healthy, strong, vibrant, great communicators, people who you love to travel with, work with. Like I wasn't so good 15 years ago, but I was a diamond in a rough, and I'm working to be the best version of myself. Are you? All right, we don't want to forget, this is a basic principle of network marketing, is events, and being a massive promoter of events. You are not going to miss that July 20th event. You have to be there. You have to plug into this system. You have to teach others to plug into the system. And you must register for Kansas City. Christine on the line, I've been mentoring her. I told her the same exact story. She immediately went on, registered for both right then and there. That's what leaders do. They register before everybody else. Again, how to earn. These are things I wrote down. I was kind of like brainstorming with you guys because I'm really trying to work on our branding or our journey or how each and every one of us want to feel, our culture. And it's like 101 branding, right? What do you want to feel? What's the journey look like for you? To me, it's hope, right? You get a hope. Best versions of ourselves. We're impacting the world. I know we all have problems. We may have some health challenges, right? That's a necessary, it's a challenge, right? It's our problem. If we were doing a paper, essay 101, an essay one, for English 101, or we have to earn, the problem is I need another $1,000 right away so I can breathe, right? That's the problem. But really, you guys are here for a bigger purpose. Somebody, you have seen something even bigger, a bigger vision. And that's what we have to start sharing. And I love this quote. I love this quote. I've shared this often on my training is, I love this book. I shared this with Christine today, the manifesto. It's kind of like a bunch of affirmations, but it kind of puts you in check.
Power.
Yeah, it's powerful, isn't it? It's like, oh, well, I better get my act together. Okay, listen carefully, and I can share this, and I think I've sent this out in emails as well. In this, I had a professional network marketer tell me this, who made millions in this industry, and he said, Jill and Gabe, professionals in this industry, they build vision. This is way bigger. This is way bigger than superoxide dismutase. This is about changing lives, you guys. And once you get your head wrapped around that, that's when your business will grow. And I love this. It says, if you want to build a ship, don't drum up people together to collect wood, and don't assign them task and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. And that's what we're doing. And so I really need you, the action statement is to really, I've given you how to build the ship today, right? The pieces, right? But in order for your business to grow, you have to start thinking in terms of vision. And when you're listening to webinars, I want you to really listen so you can teach others, and listen for those key vision words, those sentences, and write them down, and then go in the backyard and memorize them. We've gone from, 3 million in annual sales to over 200 million. We're not a penny stock anymore. We're on the NASDAQ. We're in, 23 countries? We're impacting lives. We're providing hope around the world. What journey, what story are you telling people? Are you making it about you? Are you asking them where people are? Not, I got a product for you. I got an opportunity for you. How are you doing, Julie? How are you doing, Christine or Dan or Carla? What's going on in your life? Are you open to looking at something that's transforming lives around the world? You're amazing. I'd love for you to just check this out. Can you get on a phone call with someone who can share the vision of what we're doing? Not, I can cure your Parkinson's or your heart disease, right? You're going to get chewed up and spit out, I promise you. All right. I mean, I've been crying almost. People are so mean or they'll ask you, what's your paycheck? I got an opportunity for you. You know what? I don't get asked that question anymore. And if I told them, they wouldn't believe me anyway. So, all right. Any questions about the putting the ship together, any of the sticks and the gathering sticks, any of that piece of that?
Anybody have a question? I just want to say, Jill, while people are thinking if they have a question, is you are an excellent teacher. I love the way that, you were so clear with everything. And then on top of it, you kept going over it and over it and over it. And that's what I really needed, because it takes that for me to really get it. And so you really drilled us well, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate the time you put into finding out all the details and just, sharing all the nuts and bolts with us. It was really great.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really excited about this trip because it's, like I said, it's so doable, and they've made it pretty simplistic for us, even though there's a lot of details. I think we can move through it. Call Julie. Julie and I can talk. Reach out. Don't just go, oh, I don't get it, I'm done. And I've got some trackers coming. I'll send that over to Julie. If I make any updates on the slideshow, we'll send them over to you. So you have all the tools. And, you know, you guys can message me or whatever, but I'm doing the same thing you are. Alls we had to do is really dig in and go over the details, do the bad homework, right? It kind of feels like bad homework, but then we're clear, right? We're totally clear on what we're doing. And I just love you guys. I love connecting. You guys give me energy, and just know this is so much bigger, so much bigger. And I want this, whatever your goals are, I want that for you. And then, but bigger, 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 bigger. The people you introduce us to, make their goals your goals, and you will go to the top. I can't promise, but you're right on that right track. Okay. I could
Thank
go off on all kinds of tangents. I love you guys.
Thank you so much. We love and appreciate you. I love what you shared about vision. So I'm going to look for more of that. I'm going to join your training sessions. And you said they're on Thursdays at what time?
I have to check. It's either 11:30 or 10. I think I moved it to 10. I can't remember, but I'll
Okay.
send you the info, okay?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I record them, and then I lay them in that connect, and that connect's open to everybody as well. And we're cranking back up, sharpening the saw. And no, you guys, with the COVID, we're having to move to short formats. I'm having to do more online. So is that uncomfortable for me? Yes. Yes, because I'm kind of old school, kneecap to kneecap. But
Yeah.
remember, the principles in network marketing don't change. Remember the baseball diamond?
Yeah.
The way we do it, though, you know,
Yeah.
online, kneecap to kneecap deal. Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Love you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone, for joining tonight. We love and appreciate you. Okay. Have an
Thank you,
awesome week.
Jill.
Yeah. Thank
Bye,
you.
Julie.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Julie, I have a question real quick.
Okay. Let me, okay, let's see. I was just going to stop the recording, but now I can't. Let's see.